Hey, welcome to Being Responsible for Your Faith. Today we're looking over a few verses of the Bible as well as a story from Genesis. Please comment any thoughts you have on this video. Welcome. So, what do I mean when I say we must be responsible for our faith? Before we get to that, we need to get to a background of what faith is. In Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 3, we see faith described. Here we can see Apostle Paul calls faith the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of the things we cannot see. Through their faith, the people in the old days, meaning the Old Testament, earned a good reputation. By faith, we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. So what this means to me is faith will never be something that you can see, something that you can grab, something physical. This bothers many people because a lot of people in today's world want to have proof, they want to have something existential, something they can grab onto and say, here, look at this is why I think this. But faith is the exact opposite. It is something that is inside of you, something that's inside your mind. It is the way you think and the way you approach things. In my opinion, you will find out your faith when times get tough. Now, it's very easy to have confidence and have plenty of faith when you're at the height of your peak. But where are you when you're at your valley? Where are you when things get tough? Do you still trust in God? Do you still have confidence in your future? What does it look like during this time? This is oftentimes when we lose our faith, in the times when we need it most. Let's take a look at another verse to help us understand faith better. This verse comes to us from James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy, for you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Now we can look back at our valley assessment to help us with this one. James says, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider an opportunity for great joy. So this could be relationship problems, financial problems, anything that you don't want to happen. Now you're probably thinking, joy when I have relationship problems, when I have emotional problems, when I have financial problems? That's crazy. Here is where your faith comes into play, because whatever you tell yourself is exactly the truth. If you tell yourself that it's an opportunity for joy, it'll present itself. If you tell it the opposite, it too will present itself. Faith is the most important part of our character. So the more faith you have, the less problems like these you will have. Now think of it. When was the last time you encountered a problem in your life? How did you respond to it? Did you respond to it with faith? Or did you respond to it looking at all the bad things, all the worst possible outcomes in this situation? And then, where did this situation go? Up or down, depending on how you initially reacted to it. The more times we encounter these situations, as James is referring to, the more times we have to build our faith, to help ourselves in the future by reacting to our present problems. Let's say it is a financial problem, and there's no good end in sight. How you initially react to it will eventually decide A, what happens, and B, what happens next time. Now, you might not be thinking this far down the road, but it's true. Now, famous theologian R.C. Sproul puts it is one thing to believe in God. It is quite another to believe God. Therefore, faith is how you view God. And you may be thinking to yourself, we were just talking about financial problems and relationship problems. What does this have to do with my faith in God and who He is? We must understand that our relationship with God is the most important we'll have in our lifetime, as well as the most personal we'll have in our lifetime. Our God is not too big for our small problems, and He will always be there for the big ones. You can count on Him for that. Rather than show you a verse next, let's take a look at a scene from the Bible.
Father, what are you doing? You're hurting me, Father.
Isaac, you must trust in God. a sacrifice. Oh, my Lord, my Lord.
As many of you already know, that scene depicts Abraham sacrificing his one and only child, Isaac. If you are unfamiliar with the story of Abraham and his child Isaac, I highly recommend you reading Genesis. While many are familiar with the creation story of Adam and Eve, there is a lot of information not known and lost to the rest of Genesis and the start of the Bible.